Okay, awesome. So lots of announcements in the team page, so make sure you hop in there. They changed the Success Club program for the year, so it won't be a prize every month. They're going to start it now. If you hit, I have to remember it, but right, Sarah and John, if you hit Success Club 5, for the first 3 months, you get a hat, and then and then 6 months you get the tank top, and then 12 months you get the bag,
Yes.
right? Okay. So they've changed it so that, which some people are like, oh, I like the, monthly prize, but then what this is doing is it's not just rewarding you for 1 month and hustling hard for 1 month, but making you hustle hard for consecutive months to get that next prize. So in long term, this is going to be really great for our business to keep coaches on longer or hitting Success Club longer, and helping them know that you don't have to like hit crazy numbers, just be consistent in your business over time. Okay, so that changed. We have the Beat Your Best for July. That's basically comes down to you beating your best Success Club points for the last 12 months. So if you rocked out June on purpose, like I'm sitting there, I'm like, crap, this would have been a different ball game. So Beat Your Best is have your most successful points, but then also earning a medal for helping more of your PS coaches hit Success Club. All right. So for me, I have to hit like Success Club 34 is my goal. And then I have to help 13 of you hit Success Club, which I don't know if I've done that in a long time, if we've done that as a team. So we've got a fun month ahead of us to be our best. But I think it's a really cool concept, instead of doing a team cup, but just competing with yourself and pushing yourself to the limits, especially in the middle of summer. Okay. So make sure you check out those announcements. I just posted the link to Meg's call from last night. I did not get a chance to listen. Sarah, I'm headed over to your way today to my parents. So I'll listen while I drive over there. But I posted the recording, and then she gave a really cool detailed calendar on how to post and when to post your call to actions, and using Instagram stories and Facebook and stuff. So if that is a part of your business where you like I fail miserably when I follow a calendar, so I just kind of have to go by the seat of my pants. But if you do better with structure, check out that calendar. I think it'll be really extremely helpful for you, so you can kind of plan your call to actions. On Instagram stories, don't pull a me, and if you do a poll, I always forget to go look at the poll. So if you're doing a poll for your challenge, you just make sure, like, okay, you did the call to action. Now on Thursday, make sure you go back and listen and look within 24 hours. So that is up for you guys as well. Diamond Daly is going on. You guys are seeing that. And then the 30-minute moment is going on as well. So lots happening. I know there's a lot going on, but these are all great things to just keep the momentum that's going and moving forward. And then a big team announcement that I've been wanting to do for a long time, but it's just never the right time. There's never going to be a right time. But I talked to Matt about it briefly this morning, and I want to start planning a team retreat. But it's going to be winter. It'll be January. And so I was thinking, and you may or may not like this, but I was thinking just doing somewhere up north or in Chicago or somewhere that is still winter. We did this with Meg, and it was super fun. We just got a mansion. We rented it out. And then I was thinking of doing like a team activity with cross-country skiing or snowshoes or just something like that. Would be fun to get out and enjoy the winter and enjoy as a team. So I knew all day. So that's going to be in the works. I'm going to have stuff, requirements, all that. I'm going to work on that for the next couple weeks, and then I'll have an official announcement. But just keep that in mind. We'll have some different tiers to hit and all that good thing. So I think it'll be really fun and a really good way to kind of finish the year strong in your business with a little team retreat to earn for the weekend and meet everybody and enjoy. And those are really like what I look forward to the most with Megs So it's time that I start doing them. And I told Matt, I said, you can handle a weekend with 4 kids. It's happening. So we will have more details on that, but I thought that might be fun. Give us something to look forward to in the dreary winter months. So with that said, if Brandy, you want to kick it off and just go over what your focus for the week is, where would you like to be? Okay, I love you. What your focus for the week is, what you're implementing into your business that's new, so something that you learned on a training, and maybe you're implementing now, and what your biggest struggle seems to be. And I don't want to hear from anyone that is just inviting. I want to know what the struggle is with inviting. Is it you're not making the time? Is it you're scared? Is it you don't know what to say? It's not just that it's hard, because it is hard, but why is it hard for you? And I think that's the thing that we need to kind of overcome. Like, I think it's hard for everyone to invite, but some of us do it all the time. It's not easy. So we need to kind of figure out that limiting belief as to why inviting is hard, and whatever. But if that's not your biggest struggle, what your biggest struggle seems to be right now. So I'm going to mute myself so you guys don't hear this little guy. So Brandy, and then just take it out amongst yourselves to carry it on.
Okay. All right. So this week, like my ST goal is going to be 6. And it was supposed to be 6 yesterday, but it's not because people are just, I don't know, lots of links out there, lots of conversations, people saying, yeah, I'm going to do it tonight. And then they're just not doing it, but doing those follow-ups. So that's my goal for the week. For something that's new for me, for my business, is training coaches. So I have 6 working coaches now. And so that's like new for me because I only had 1 working coach for like a month, and then all of a sudden I have 6. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, so I'm trying to figure out a great way, and maybe you guys have some tips to kind of check in with all of them, but not too much, but just enough to kind of keep them going on their trainings and make sure that they're just not like, okay, I signed up as a coach, but now I'm just kind of sitting on it. So that also kind of leads into my biggest struggle right now is getting coaches to do that follow through with their training. So yeah, they signed up as a coach, but now they're not doing anything. They're just kind of sitting there, and I'm having a hard time with them, like even reading through that first welcome email to do their first checklist. They're not even getting into the coach trainings yet. And I'm like, so how are things going? And so I'm having a hard time getting them to, not just sign up, getting through the actual coaching process and the fun and the inviting and, trying to get them to even announce holding a free group or a challenge group. And so I don't know if you guys have any tips on that to, once you sign up a coach, how do you keep them interested and to finish their trainings? Any tips?
Brandy, I'm literally going through the exact same struggle that you are. I mean, it's like trying to implement more training for my existing coaches. I just talked to Brittany about this last week because I've got like 3-ish working coaches, but they kind of like, they're all at different levels, and some of them are into the training and some of them have fallen off. I can't even get one to like read the email, just like you just said. So I'm just trying to I don't want to pull them, because then they're not gonna ever do anything with the business. Just trying to check in more often, be consistent on my team page, try to plug them into the right stuff on the Team FHK page. Brittany recommended that for my new coaches, trying to get them all together on like a coach Zoom where all of us are together so that they can hear from each other, see each other, and kind of bond with each other. But then we all share like what their goals are, what their next steps are and stuff. So right now I'm trying to implement that for this week, but I can't get one of them to get back to me about scheduling it. So our struggle is exactly the same. It's so funny. So I don't have any help for you, but that's what I'm trying, and we'll see if that works. And then yeah. If it works, it'll be amazing. We'll see. It's just, yes.
Okay, so very similar to what she said. With all your girls, Brandy, once they all complete that checklist, or I would say, hey, I want to do a new coach Zoom with all 6 of you next Thursday, and pick, like, I'm just choosing a time. Please have your checklist done by this time so that we can go over what's the next steps.
Cool.
And so that kind of gives them a deadline, but you're not like saying tomorrow. You know, maybe post that tomorrow and say, hey, I would love for you all to have your checklist done. I want to get on a new coach Zoom with the 6 of you that are starting. And I think one thing too is figure out if they prefer like something like that written or live. Like I would prefer things written because I can't always watch video. So I say that because it might be easier for you to go live, but they might be more receptive to it if they can read it. And then one thing that I did tell Sarah is have them run a challenge group with you. So
that's what I've been doing.
Okay.
You know, telling them like, we're going to run, your first group is going to be with me. We're all going to do it together. You know, it takes the pressure off, takes off the workload, takes off the overwhelm. And that seemed to have helped. But I've also, last week, I went live on the page and gave them an incentive to, you know, finish their training. So I said the first 2 coaches that finish their checklist and all their training and do a coming out post advertising, you know, their group that's coming up. That's also going to be with me. But, you know, like, hey, I'm a new coach. I'm starting my journey, whatever, you know, tell a little bit about their story and then asking, you know, kind of like an invitation post at the same time. I said, once they do all of that, then I was going to buy them one of these planners, you know, as like a gift. So the first 2 that complete it, you know, go for it. And so I have 2 that are like, I want that planner. But the other 4 are like, wah, wah, you know, so.
And here's the thing, with 6 of those, you might have 1 in 3 months that is still consistent doing the business. So don't, you know, I told Sarah, it's not always a reflection of you. It's just where they're at in their business. And I have coaches that, you know, signed up in January and they've just completed 80-day obsession. Like that was their goal, to do 2 rounds of 80-day obsession to see where they're at. So, then you're good with that, running challenge with you. And then what I would do is the Zoom with them to go over, here's your next steps, and then just reiterate the 4 vital behaviors and just how much this business is kind of a direct reflection on how well they're taking care of themselves, body, mind, soul. And so if your worst day is you taking care of you, that's a great day.
Okay.
And just giving them those small wins. Because I think sometimes they get overwhelmed seeing what everyone else is doing.
Well, thank you.
Yep.
Yay. I know, because I'm like, man, am I a bad leader?
No.
Like, what am I doing wrong? Am I not doing enough?
No, because I look at you guys, or I look at my new coaches, and I've given them the same exact tools that I've given other coaches that have quit or don't do anything. And it's like, I gave them the same exact tools. Mm-hmm. Some I might have even given more, and they're
just not committed to it, really. Yeah. Like, in all honesty, they like the idea of it, but they don't want it enough. Mm-hmm. It's kind of what I was thinking. Like, they like the idea of coaching and they think it sounds fun, but they don't just like gotta have it, you know, like it's not like a deep passion yet, maybe.
Yeah. And so just be patient with them. Just keep including them until they tell you otherwise.
I'm like, you're gonna love this. It's gonna be so amazing. Just do it. Come on.
Yeah. They'll learn. They'll see. Something will click with them eventually.
So. I'm gonna say too, I signed up as a coach with Brittany in January and did not do a post of coming out and nothing for 2 months. So.
And now look at you rock star.
I mean, sometimes it just takes a hot minute. For 2 months.
So true. So true. All right, Sarah Kay, you want to go?
Yeah, so my Success Club goal for the week is 4. I'm at 2. The new thing that I'm implementing is trying to do the new coach Zoom this week. And I've been just for the Daily Diamond thing, like going in and trying to mentor one coach a day and just trying to keep conversations going. So I guess that's all kind of new. And then my struggle is my coaches too. Like I'm trying to lead, from the front, but
just keep leading.
And it's a holiday week too, so it's weird. I feel like people are busy. So yeah, I'll get more frustrated next week if things don't happen. But this week I'm gonna let them go a little bit.
Going off of that, like just know that if you are showing up, there's nothing more you can do.
Right.
And like exactly what Brandy said, like they know where to find you. They know on your listing page. They know the basics of what they should be doing. If they don't want to do them, that's on them. But if they come back and say you haven't been there and you haven't, then there's like, oh, I probably should have helped mentor them more. But if they can come back and say, well, I didn't really have great training or whatever, Brandy and I went through this with one of her coaches. She felt like there wasn't training, and we were like, what are you talking about? Like, there's all of this here, but it wasn't the style she would prefer, apparently. So anyway, but we were able to say, like, wholeheartedly, that's not the case. And so as long as you, at the end of the day, can say, look, I'm showing up the best that I can by running my business. And at this point in your guys' business, and even mine, it still needs to be like 70% your business, 30% your team. And, like I wouldn't say, as long as you're showing up and going, and that's why, like, on the Diamond Daily, one of the things is going into your team page and just being present so that they see you as a leader. And if you're doing that, and the rest is on them, and just touching base with them and doing the best that you can. You got to just keep your head high and know that 1 out of 10 coaches is going to boom. And, so when you get to like 12, you should get a little giddy. One of them will kind of run with it. Right. So just stay positive and know that you're doing what you can do. All right, Alicia, it's up to you.
So my goal is SE6 this week because I am currently at 4.
Yay!
Right? I don't know what happened this last month, but everybody was like, I don't know. I only ended last month at 4, so I'm excited that I'm at 4 already this month. So
yeah.
Something, it's not really new to the business, but something that I've been doing new in my business is actually going in and doing that 531 on Instagram, because I feel like I'm finally at a place that I can do that. So that's been something that I've been doing regularly for the last week or so, 10 days maybe. And my biggest struggle, I would say, would be inviting to coaching. And maybe it's because I have one working coach. I don't know. I just guess that my confidence in that is not as great as it should be or could be. I think that's it.
What personal development are you reading right now?
I am listening to, right now I'm on the Miracle Morning.
Okay.
For the network marketers.
Okay. So when you're done with that, we're going to find a book on confidence and leadership for you. Because if that's, and I think that's what's important to know, is it's not just inviting that's hard, but why? Are you just afraid of no? Are you not confident that once you have them, you can lead them? Do you not, I hate to say this, but I've had to ask myself this, do you doubt the opportunity that's in front of you? Because sometimes I do, everyone else has this, it's got to be ours done. I can't have that too. Or, I'm not as great of a leader as Melanie Mitro. Why wouldn't they just want to join Melanie Mitro? So I doubt, can I provide them a good opportunity? Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, it actually makes a lot of sense, because it's there. The battle's there a little bit, I think. And it's not so much, it's the personal, I can do a post inviting, that's fine. I think it's the follow-up and the actually talking to them and getting them I have a couple. I just did a sneak peek with Anna and a couple of her coaches, and I had a couple girls in there, but it's, I don't know. Yeah.
So have you followed up with them since they were in there?
I have. Well, that just ended. When did it end? Friday, maybe? So I have sent them a message. One I have heard back from. She's super busy with work. And I'm actually, this is a question I have since we're on here. One of them does not have the money. She's a single mom right now to like get a whole challenge pack. Can she get the coaching kit for the $40 and start her trainings and then like, I know it's probably not the most recommended way.
No, totally fine. She can enroll with $39.95, start her business,
Right.
start training, do all that, and she can earn income as long, because I think she'll be active with a customer purchase. If someone purchases, she'll be active, so she'll earn her income.
Okay.
And then she has a 31-day window to buy a challenge pack.
Okay.
So what happens after the 30 days?
They cannot purchase a challenge pack.
Wait, say that again?
After 31 days of being a coach, you can't purchase challenge packs anymore.
Okay.
Like,
so she would have to just purchase everything separate.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So if it were me, I would be encouraging her to at least, at the minimum, purchase Beachbody On Demand and Lift 4 Early Access.
Okay.
I would also encourage her to like be like, oh, if you find some people to sign up with you right away or like buy a challenge pack right away, then you'll get this money back. Like
Right.
if you get 3 people to buy a challenge pack, you'll get $150 or whatever it is.
Yep. So yeah, she can start working her business and earning an income as soon as she enrolls as a coach. So if her goal is to, buy that challenge pack within the first 31 days, then, she can sell anything and she'll have that commission to purchase her challenge pack.
Okay. I wanted to make sure before I told her that, I wanted to ask.
Yeah. It's just after 31 days, they have to put a limit on if you can purchase a challenge pack or not. Like, it's no longer waiving the enrollment. Yeah, and then I believe she will get her $40 back.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So once she purchases her challenge pack, she'll get that 40 back. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah. I'm trying to think, like, cheapest challenge pack would be Beachbody On Demand and Shakeology, right? I think what's that, 160 now? Yeah. I would do that, like bare minimum, like just to at least get her started. That gives her a lot. So.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. Jonna, how you doing over there?
Sorry, I was on mute. I'm good. My goals for the week is to lose 1 to 2 pounds using 2B Mindset and post about it. And then also I'm starting slow and I want to get success. Sorry. Second thing I'm doing is trying to do the Daily Diamond, and then Kristen is also running a message thread right now for our personally sponsored coaches and giving like lots of training. I think that's something that haven't done very well in the past, is when someone signs up for a coach, like make sure that they're getting the training they need. So we're focusing on that. I don't really have very many personally sponsored coaches that actually want to do the business. So I'm also just trying to reconnect with people in the past who said that they wanted to do the business and then didn't do anything with it. So that's my focus. And then my biggest struggle right now is actually just kind of finding my why and like figuring out what I want out of this, because I keep going back and forth between saying like, oh, I just want to be a hobby coach, and I just want to hit diamond so that Kristen can get a star diamond, but then I don't know if I see a future in this, just because I can just go back to my regular job and it's easy, and coaching's hard for me. It's a challenge, but I think it comes down to just like belief in myself, because I don't think that I can be successful at a network marketing business, because I don't know. So that's my biggest struggle right now. I'm just trying to figure that out.
Well, I know you said before you struggle with selfies. Like, I remember you saying, I don't know, it was something, and you're like, I hate taking a selfie. And I was like, what? I had no idea. I'm sorry. I think that's so, I love that you can be honest about it and just say that out loud instead of being like, I just don't know. Like, I think a lot of people would just be like, I just don't know. I don't know. But you're being honest with yourself and you're being honest with us. You were at Summit, and John, there is nothing wrong with being a heck of a diamond coach. Like, if you feel comfortable at diamond and you can make some extra income to earn your, money to help your new programs and products or to pay for your Shakeology, and you can do that and help other people start their businesses, if you can do that, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I would never look at any of you and say you're failing because you want to just be a diamond coach. If that's what this business is for you, and that's where you find joy and that's where you find happiness, perfect. Then just rock it there and help. There's nothing wrong with hitting that goal and then, just wanting to help people every month. Maybe you enroll 1 or 2 coaches a month. Maybe you hit Success Club 8 every month and just help people. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, you don't have to shoot for 15 star just because you're a Beachbody coach. Like, if that's not your lifestyle, that's not what you want this for, that's fine. So don't you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that my problem is that I go back and forth. Like, I go to Summit and I'm like, I want to be elite. And then I come back and I'm like, I only want to put in the work to enroll 1 coach a month. Like, right. So I just need to be honest with myself about what my goals are and like where I want to be.
And I think not only your goals, because like even John Acuff, and this hit home for me so much, because I would love to be $1 million earner. I want to walk across that stage like 10 times at Summit. Like, I want to, like, that's what I want. And in my head, that has to happen within like 2 or 3 years of being a coach, or it's never going to happen. When in reality, I can hit those goals. It's just going to take me longer. I have 4 kids under the age of 5. Like, it's just going to take me longer to get there. I just have to adjust my time frame of how that happens. Like, I can't, they said it at, I went out to dinner with Meg, and Abby was like, I'm going to be 15 star by next Summit. And Meg looked at me like, are you going to agree? And I was like, hell no. Like, I'm not putting that stress on me. Like, no way. It's just not, I can't do that with my life right now, And so, but I did say I never want to be 15 stars. So don't say that you'll never be elite. Just say, in this season of life right now, it's not feasible for your goals or your desires. And kind of what I talked about yesterday with joy. Like, don't go for a goal if it's going to rob you of joy for the business. Like, I don't want to be glued to my computer or my phone 8 hours out of the day. Like, it's just not what I want to do.
Yeah. Perfect.
Does that help a little bit? Like,
yes, that's very encouraging.
I think you can have those goals and say, like, I would love to be 2-star, but just give yourself the time to get there instead of saying, like, if I don't get it by the end of the year while this fire is burning in me, I'm a failure. It's just, I want to be 2-star, but I need to do it on what works with my family. And when I can hustle, I'll hustle. And when I can't, I can't. We can save that for another call because I think that's a great topic.
Perfect.
But I believe in you. I think you can rock this. I think you'd be great. You are great. Anything else?
I just need to be more consistent, but yeah. I'm working on it.
You'll get there. And I think, like, where we are at with our postpartum journey, so many women can connect with that if you just post about simply your, like, I'm not doing anything special, but posting my workout every day and talking about 2B mindset. That's like my full focus. And like, if you can focus on that and post like 1 or 2 times a day, you'll build that consistency back up, and you'll be, you know, do those July and August goals, share those with your team, make sure your team sees those. And if you can do those, you're going to build a legit business over time. All right. I think that was like my biggest takeaway from him. Like, set those goals, but you have to look at the time frame in which you can hit it. Like, set the diamond goal, but don't set the diamond goal for end of July if you have 2 coaches, and that's going to stress you out. Like, you're not going to be able to do the time to commit to hit that goal. Give yourself the break of time. Just extend the goal out a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. Or cut the goal in half is his 2 tips for hitting your goals without being stressed out about them. I know. Oh, you didn't like that. Oh, you didn't like that. Oh, buddy. Alrighty. I'll quick go. I'll share mine real quick. My focus is Success Club 10 by this time next week. So I should be at 6 by the end of tonight. And my goal is, I would love like 4 coaches. I have so many that are like, yeah, Les, I'm ready. And they're just like, hey, what's your email? What's this? So I have 1 enrolled already. So SC10 with 4 coaches would be amazing by this time next Monday. Implementing, I feel like I've done like a lot of new stuff. Or just getting back into like being a better leader, but being more involved, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, interactive with you guys and messages, and just sharing what's working for me, and kind of having tools for you guys to be prompt and ready for. And then running these again, team calls, has been great. Something I'm struggling with, I still struggle with coaching invites, to be honest. My fear is getting them started right, not because I don't have the tools, but do I have the time? And, I can coast and go with you guys. You guys know what you're doing, and it's easy to kind of like, yes, you can fix this, or this is how you can do that, or do this better. But sometimes it's more time consuming in the beginning of enrolling a coach. And I always just doubt, do I have that time to give them that one-on-one attention right now? So just kind of a limiting belief that I have to work through and schedule that in, a new coach Zoom, or just a time slot to talk to them or something. But yeah, I still have those same fears too. So that's where I'm at, right? Oh, buddy. So lots going on, like we said. So let's finish this month strong. Lift 4. I can't wait. That thing just needs to launch. Like, just super stoked. Very excited. So keep promoting that if that's your focus right now. If you're still focusing on 2B Mindset, run with that as well. That's still rocking, and I think that's a great program as well. Also, something I'm doing for 2B Mindset, my 2B Mindset group, is I've been following Alana on Instagram, and she shares so many tips and tools on her Instagram stories and then her Instagram feed. I'm just snapshotting them, and I have an album called Alana's Instagram, and I'm just uploading them to the album in my Facebook group so that they just have more resources, recipes, tools, and tips and stuff that are coming live from her. Does that make sense? So if you run a 2B Mindset group, which is something for them to connect with Alana a little bit more, and it's not always coming from me or the pressure of me to have all the answers. So. All right, guys. Well, thank you for hopping on. Let's do a team picture real quick, if my screen will allow me to do it. There we go. I tell you that so everyone can smile. Say 1, 2, 3, cheese. Awesome. Well, thanks for hopping on, ladies. I appreciate it. I will have the recording up if anybody asks, hopefully today, if not tomorrow. So happy 4th. Enjoy it with your family. Make smart choices. We'll talk to you guys later.